Now, in our part of the country, Indian summer is a very special time. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. The leaves are changing, but the best thing of all is to have a bike like the MT09 that you can just jump on, go out for a ride, come back without your back hurting, get 50 miles to the gallon, and have a big smile on your face right to the minute you get home for a cup of coffee. Now, this whole riding season has been really good. The summer has been a little hot, and the summer actually started off, we had a lot of rain, but we have just hit a month here, and we're coming up on the Indian summer part of the year where the leaves are changing. Temperature is just perfect. You just couldn't have nicer temperature, and there's a little less work to do on a farm, so I get to get out a little earlier, get back a little later, and you get to share the ride with us if you're sitting at a desk or working on your computer, or we won't mention anything else. So even in Indian summer, I want the bike to be clean, even when we're riding through some slippery leaves today, I'm sure. A clean bike, pre-flighted bike. This time of year it's a little bit chillier than the summer, but always good to do a little pre-flight on a bike. Get it ready. Have that extra cup of coffee and check the weather. I have my little routine. It has worked well for me, and I get to ride almost every day, when it's appropriate, of course. But today, oh my God, today is the Indian summer. And the first thing I notice out on the open road, the leaves are falling, the leaves are on the edge of the road, the leaves are blowing into the road. You're gonna have to just be a little careful here with these wet leaves. Now, part of this ride, we're riding up in a Faison Lake area, and that is just this time of year. There are photo ops everywhere. You can see everything reflecting in the lakes. Now, this is always one of my favorite places to take some photos or some video. It's called Ladybug Lake, and it is just this time of year. It's actually nice all year long, but boy, you look around and it's just it's a cute little community. I've gone through all the back roads here. There's a million little places to take some nice pictures of the bike or some video. The people always that are walking dogs are always very friendly, and it's a funny place. It's a funny name, Ladybug Lake. And in this area where I ride, there must be 100 little lakes, big lakes, ponds. I've stopped to look at people's ponds, little areas where people are fishing. It's just a beautiful area. And of course, the MT09, when you go out on a nice cruise like today, it just couldn't be more comfortable. A great seat, and it's just the most fun to ride any time of year. Now, I know some people only enjoy riding in the pure summer. Some people like to ride all year long. My goal is always to get as many days of riding as I can. I love the exercise. I love the fresh air. I love being able to wear out some tires, and then over the winter, spend some money with Vlad and buy some more tires. I always feel like I always got my money's worth that way. And the radar detector just protects you from all kinds of little crazy things that happen. It's actually good not only for the obvious thing, but a lot of times they'll be doing construction and there's a police car around a bend, and many times I've picked it up before you can even see it as you go around a bend. It has saved my bacon many times, and I just love knowing where the radar is when you're out in the back roads, because there's so many places they hide, so many places, and if you know a little bit ahead of time, well, Just makes the ride a little more enjoyable. Now, I know some of my friends are real purists about keeping a bike totally stock or just the way you bought it or whatever. And everybody likes something different, to be honest. I like having a custom bike that's a one of a kind, or if we go to a bike meetup, people look at it and say, oh, he's here. Sometime good, sometime bad. But I do like the way this bike came out. I love wearing out tires. I always look at a set of used tires and think I got my money's worth out of them. And I love that quick shifter. I can't wait to wear it out. Well, maybe it'll outlive me. Who knows? And this time of year, oh, it's heavenly, no matter where you go. All of the lakes in the area are just beautiful, all the areas around them. I just never get enough of this time of year, the beautiful Indian summer. And one thing really special about this bike, it is nimble, it is light. All these twisty roads and hills and where you have to make an 80-degree turn and go up a hill, the bike feels like it's 100 pounds lighter. I don't know how Yamaha does that, but to be honest, I am impressed. But everywhere you go today, the leaves are changing, and it's going to get even better, I think, in the next couple of weeks. Some of them are still green. This is, if you've never been to this part of the country when the leaves are changing, it's just totally spectacular. And it really makes a ride like today, just so much more fun. Now, on a day like today, the leaves are relatively dry, but if you have a day where it rained overnight and you get out in the morning, I have had some real, I call them leaf adventures, where you come around the corner and one of the landscapers does you a favor, he blows all the leaves out in the street. Gets exciting, but of course MT09 has a great traction control. And usually this time of year, every day just gets a little bit cooler than the day before, a little bit not as sunny and bright. But when you have an Indian summer, you know, it is like you're stealing this. It's like free. It's like free lunch, free leaves. I don't know how to describe it. It's funny. And I try to mention it as often as I think about it. The ABS on this bike does work well, and it has saved my bacon. And I was a skeptic. I really didn't think it was worth having. I was going to complicate the bike maintenance or something. Jose talked me into it, and the first time a deer ran out in front of me, I became a believer. And from friends of mine who have MT09s, they already know, but this bike is like an all-weather fighter. I've ridden it. This is going into the 5th year, and I still haven't found anything about it that really annoys me and I want to change. I think I've finally gotten it the way I want it. Well, we had just the best of Indian summer days here. I just can't explain to people that don't live in this part of the country how nice this is for the Indian summer part of the year. And for me, I look forward to this all year long. I'm not a guy, I like to ride in hot weather or cold weather, but boy, the months in between, it's spectacular. Now it's time to get back to Karen and the farm. I think it's time for lunch on the porch. What do you think, baby? Me too. Look at this day. True Indian summer. I don't know, are we an Indian or what? Indian summer in this part of the country just makes you want to ride all day long. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy sharing this ride with us, sharing our videos, sharing our life. And guys, thank you so much for watching.